Hello everyone out there in internet land. This is an age-restricted video. If you're not 18, you should probably not be watching this video. If you are 18 or older, here is the veg garden. Bomb bada bomb, folks. Well, we got some clones available. We got some more clones coming down the line. A lot of those are going to be the ones that we just brought in as new flavors. And then we're going to be doing a round of cloning for this guy here. I will be able to work in that Mac 1 and the Blueberry Kush Mints as part of the backing up. They're just now getting to a point to where they can be cloned. They're a little bit behind the others. The others that we did get in, though, are the West Seattle Sour CBD 1-to-1E, the Bickett Dog Walker, Apricoma. Those all got put in this last round, so those will all be available here shortly. They have roots. I'll probably be releasing the menu for those on Monday. All right, let's look at the flower room. The flower room's looking good. I did a update, I think, yesterday or the day before. Just kind of giving you a lowdown on where we're at with the canopy. As you can see, everything has come up through, filled in really nicely. Running this room at about 80 degrees, 82 degrees. And they really seem to be liking it. I'll be ramping down those temperatures as we kind of go along. But everything is reaching and happy and healthy. And the color of the leaves are looking good. I don't see any deficiencies. So this room is really looking good. As you can see, we're getting some flower onset. So I went ahead about 4 days ago and fed them a top dress of the Dr. Earth's Bud and Bloom Booster. It's a 394. So I'll get that, kind of processing and working its way in. And so the next task is to come in and clean all the bottoms. So all of this vegetation, leaves, stems, everything will be stripped up clean all the way to the bottom of the scrog. And what that does is that signals these flower sites to explode. And so this bloom set will really start to take off. I'm going to give it probably a couple more days. I like the bloom to be nice and set when I do that. So we're looking at like day 21 to 24 type of thing. So we'll get in here and get that done. Chili peppers looking really good. Pretty stoked about that. As you can see, we're getting peppers. I did not need to pollinate the room. It kind of pollinated itself. So peppers are looking good. Buddha's looking good. Flower room's looking good. Stoked about this one. Got a lot of new flavors in here I'm excited to talk about. I have been thoroughly checking all of the node sites and all of these little flower expressions on these tester plants. And everything looks really solid. So pretty stoked about that as well. All right, everyone, on to the next one. All right, folks, here we are out at the outdoor garden. Kind of take a look at watermelon. They're finally taking off. They're looking really good. This guy's taking off. I'll be training this one down along the side of the roses and along these pepper beds. Roses are doing good. I hacked them way back. But they're looking fantastic. This one's really good. I love the smell of this one. But they're coming back, blooming out, starting to show up again. Take a look at the mushroom hut here. See, it's all the foliage on this tree is completely filled in now, and so I have this kind of cave in here. And I'm definitely going to be getting more mushroom compost and mushroom spent blocks to start filling in this back corner. Our mycelium here on the blue oysters looking really good, starting to take off and look nice. Now is the time of year where I have to stay on top of the hydration on these guys, just because they can get dry. And if they do dry up, it's not the end of the world. They will go dormant, and then once the wet season comes back. But I want to keep these things super healthy, super happy, well fed. And then I need to take this larger bin here, and I need to turn around and make like 3 bins out of it. There's enough mycelium in here. And if I do it early enough, it'll be set for the next season. So that's one of my big projects for this week, is to turn this bin into like 4 bins. All right, let's take a look at the rest of the garden. We're training up these tomatoes here. These were all volunteers that came out of that soil. And we're just training them up. I'm snipping all of the flowers as I see them. We're already getting good, decent sized carrots out of here. I've been, as you can see, starting to be patches of where I've been eating. Getting the granddaughter to really enjoy them. I planted a bunch of these little fat guys. So my granddaughter likes these smaller carrots. So I've been coming in and picking out these little carrots and making delicious snacks for her. Green onions are doing really well. They're just about ready to start pulling some of the green onions out. Chili peppers looking really good. When they came out, they took a little bit of a beating by the sun. Didn't really transition them out very well. Just brought them out. But we're already getting fruits setting in. So these Peppa Peach ones seem to do a lot better as far as handling the transition. These Trinidad's and the ghost peppers took a little bit of a beating, not too bad, but they look great. Pretty excited about all that, definitely. We'll go ahead and swing around and look at the tomato. This cucumber here was getting drowned, but is now starting to take off and start weaving through here. And I got to train this through in such a way that I keep an eye on it and not let any of the cucumbers go yellow, because that'll signal it to stop producing cucumbers, which is what we don't want. Yeah, carrots are looking really good and they taste delicious. Our tomato scrog, starting to get some training done, moving these through, cleaning up the bottoms as I go, keeping the bottoms all nice and cleaned up as I'm moving and pushing the focus and energy of growth upwards. Cherokee purple has exploded through the scrog. It's going to be a massive plant. The brandywines are starting to take off and starting to catch up. They're doing well, and as you can see, I've been in here kind of cleaning them up a bit. Sunflowers are getting tall. Should be blooming out some flowers. Some of the potatoes have already fallen over. Someone informed me that I was to cut off all the blossoms. So that whole time I was marveling at all my beautiful potato flowers. I should have been cutting them off. So got that done. Sunflowers looking really good. I'm excited about those this year. We've got a lot of mushroom growth because I've been watering well and we've been having some really warm weather. This little chili pepper came out early. It was stunted, but it seems to be healthy, taking off. Some more carrots. This brandywine here is doing well. I came in and cleaned it up, but I need to come in and clean it up again. It's doing really well. The hydrangea is starting to bloom, but it does not like harsh sun, and it's getting torched on the side that faces the afternoon evening sun. All of the blackberry section is filling in nicely. Trying to keep it under control, keep the path open. Our manzano pepper starting to flower. It's got these really beautiful little purple flowers. I could pinch this off and kind of focus more growth on the vegetative side of things, but I'm not. I'm letting that one flower out. We have our black crim that's coming up nicely and filling up through this little wire here. Lemon Boy is it's been one of the most prolific of the tomato starts in the Cherokee purple. So Lemon Boy, he's doing real good. Excited about that one. Always going along, like I said, looking for any kind of blossoms. Like here's one. So as I see these blossoms, they all have to be picked off. Actually, That was from the potato next to it. That's hilarious. But anyways, point taken. Little cannabis doing well. I transplanted this sunflower, which usually does not go well, and a couple of the lower leaves died, but the upper leaves have kind of taken off, so I think it might do all right. Harvested a bunch of the oregano. The Z-Pie is kind of taken off in the back. Carnations have been popping up and bringing out some good flowers. Been getting quite a few carnations lately. Wife's stoked about that. Got the rosemary going. More of the potato, this kind of side patch, is still rocking really strong. So this whole section is going to be full of potatoes. And I'm really stoked about that. Over here we have my best looking manzano. I've been covering it up in the worst of the sun, but it looks gorgeous. It's probably the best of the four. All of this Thai basil in here now is starting to bloom. So I have to come along daily and I have to pinch all of these little flower sites off of here to keep it from bolting and blooming out. But once the heat starts coming on strong, it's pretty hard to avoid. But the Thai basil's filling out and it smells wonderful. It's probably my favorite. I've said this before, my absolute favorite of the basils. Strawberries are down into their pots, getting those runners to root into the soil and then make individual plants. Cut down all the sage, needed to dry some of my herbs. I'm letting this oregano here is going to flower and going to seed, so we're going to let that happen. Rest of our herb took a little bit of hit from the heat, but it's still doing well, still kind of producing. I just cut a huge bunch of thyme, oregano, and rosemary off of these. Horehound is doing hoary good, pouring it up, and the pumpkin or whatever that is coming out of it. Not sure what I want to do about that one, to be honest with you. Luca, hey. All right, so pumpkin is exploding and is starting to flower. Manzano pepper over here that's doing really well is starting to flower as well. It gets a little shaded out by sunflowers, but not bad. It's actually kind of working out well in that it's kind of protecting it from that harsh afternoon sun. This pumpkin now is running a vine this direction, which I'm training along here. And I think I'm going to dead end it here. I'm going to just let it dead end at the end of this gate. All of the ground cover looks good. Sunflowers are looking good. Dogs are starting to bark. We've got our strawberries are doing well. They flowered out a bunch, so I should have some more berries in there real quick. This chili pepper's been out for, I don't know, about 3 months or so. And it's got peppers on it that are looking good. Looking really good. Over here is our kind of station we made for our other chili peppers. And they came out into even harsher sun conditions. And so they're looking pretty rough in here. They're bouncing back, but they were not as nearly as stoked as the other ones were. But they're doing good. I'm excited. They'll take off and do fine. And this enclosure works really well, but I had the back end of it kind of blow off. And the back end of these got really exposed to the really hot sun, and they got burnt when they came out. Here's our sunflowers that were under the Dome of Solitude. They're kind of floppy, but I'm hoping they pick up and do well. These are the white pumpkins that we planted earlier. All these sunflowers are crowning up and getting ready to bloom. Pretty excited about that. Trees are doing well. I'm watering these plum trees just as, every time I water everything else. I also set the hose on them and give them like 20 minutes each. This raspberry bush I still need to find a home for. These nasty looking tomatoes are starting to bloom, and I'm gonna let them. Maybe get an early tomato. Raspberries are just about to start making food. They look really good. I'm excited about these. They're really big and prolific this year. Try to get in here a little better. Just see what's going on. See, they're turning and they're big. I mean, really nice looking raspberries this year. So this should be a good time. And it produced all the way up to like November last year. So it was really prolific. Got this little pumpkin plant here that came up and kind of volunteered from last year. I'm gonna see how it's running out here. I'll just start working it along the tree line here and run it on down. Popped out the walls. I'm starting to pop walls out in here. I dried a bunch of the herbs in here that we did. This is all my oregano here. It's all my dried sage. It's all thyme, and that's the rosemary. So I'm able to come in here and get some drying done. I dried my mullein, my wild lettuce, a bunch of stuff in here this year already. So that's worked out great. Next thing is to phase in the breeding project. Get those in here. And probably hoping to get that done within the next couple weeks. Get them potted up and get them out here. Get them transitioned, happy, and going. So yeah, that's the garden, everyone. Pretty excited about everything. And everything's looking good. So I hope you guys can join us today on the Garden Happy Hour. All right, everyone out there. Growers love.